Hey folks, and beautiful good morning, I guess, from Jeddah International Airport, Saudi Arabia. It is, 2 a.m. in the morning, and I just got here a couple of hours ago on a Saudi Arabian Airlines flight coming all the way from Vienna. However, it's now time to continue my journey to Bangkok on board their Boeing 787-10 in, still economy class, as I was honestly a little too stingy to pay for the upgrade in business class. But anyway, thank you guys for coming along to today's video, and let's take a quick look around Jeddah Airport and head to today's gate afterwards. Cheers! Jeddah Airport, opened in 1980, is the fourth busiest airport in the Middle East as of 2023, with a passenger volume of a whopping 42.7 million passengers annually, trailing only Dubai, Istanbul and Doha Hamad. On the upper floor, alongside the Al Forzan business class lounge, which we will explore in a future Saudia business class trip report, there is a variety of culinary options. From Italian cuisine to smash burger to shawarma, literally everything's here. But the most important and also affordable choice, Al Bike, essentially the KFC of the Arab world. I simply love it, so please make sure to give it a try when you're here. The ground floor is packed with the usual duty-free shops, so let's move on to today's flight. SV844, scheduled to depart at 3:15 a.m. from gate A41A and B. And as you can see, boarding has already started, so it's time to head to the gate. Alright, being honest, this is just a rather typical Arabian airport to me. There is nothing too special. But hey, you get a lot of cool facilities to spend some hours here, as Saudi is actually well known for their long layover times that you need to spend in either Riyadh or Jeddah. But anyway, I would say that it's now time to head to today's gate, and I would like to take this opportunity to tell you that this is actually the very first flight on board a Boeing 787-10 for me, which is the longest version of the Boeing 787. But anyway, I'm sorry also that I'm jump cutting all the time in today's video. This is simply due to the fact that I'm now awake since, quite some time. I guess more or less 22 hours. So I'm insanely tired, as you can probably imagine. So I'm sorry if my English level is not that good today. Along the way, I spotted an Emirates Airbus A380. Quite impressive, isn't it? I've already had the chance to try Emirates business class on the A380, and that video will be coming very soon. Unfortunately, however, I haven't tried the economy class yet. Have you ever been flying with Emirates? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments, I would love to hear them. When we arrived at the gate, boarding was already in its final stages, but since the gate is officially not due to close for another 20 minutes, we can take a quick look around. The benches are nothing too special and unfortunately do not have any power outlets. In fact, there is also a prayer room here, but of course I will not show the inside out of respect for the believers. I finally got my boarding pass scanned, and with this new, freshly earned energy, I'm now stepping right inside today's Boeing 787-10. And I'm actually really looking forward to check out the cabin interior. Maybe also if there are some minor differences to the 787-9, except that the -10 version obviously has some more seats. And furthermore, I got to mention that I do hope that today's flight is not too full, to say so. There were roughly 150 people waiting at the gate for this flight, approximately, and hopefully it turns out that I may have one or two seats next to me with no person sitting there. By the way, today's Boeing 787-10 has the registration Hotel Zulu-Alpha Romeo 25 and was delivered to Saudia from the Boeing factory in Charleston in October 2019. It is equipped with 24 seats in business class and 333 seats in economy class. As initially indicated, today's flight is only booked by about 30 to 40%. Accordingly, the service processes are a bit faster today, so I was handed out a hot towel as soon as I took my seat. Very cool. Alright, after a more than warm welcome by today's cabin crew, I finally settled in on today's seat 46A. Yes, it's 46A. The plan for this flight is that I will give you a detailed insight into the cabin interior as soon as we have daylight in a few hours. And until then, we will only focus on the service and departure. Talking about the departure, we have just lined up onto the runway, so enjoy the takeoff. After takeoff, the cabin lights were switched on again and I made myself comfortable, thanks to my own row. The cabin crew also handed out comparatively good quality in-ear headphones, a small bottle of still water and a small amenity kit which we will take a closer look at later. Alright, my attempt to sleep was actually interrupted as the cabin crew kicked off the breakfast service at 4 AM local time in Jeddah. Well, okay, I don't quite get the timing, but it's totally fine to me. I'm a little hungry anyway, but well, having in mind that I will probably be able to sleep for 4 or 5 consecutive hours after eating this breakfast, I'm fine with it. But let's take a quick look at it. Breakfast consists of a main course of scrambled eggs with various vegetables, as well as a chicken sausage and a grilled tomato. This was accompanied by a strawberry yogurt, various fruits such as grapes and pineapple, and last but not least a croissant. In terms of drinks, I opted for tea and orange juice. Saudia actually offers a large selection of different juices on its flights, which I always look forward to. So let's start with the croissant. This is surprisingly pretty good, and even quite crispy considering the fact that we are currently 39,000 feet above sea level. Moving on to the scrambled eggs and interesting looking sausage. Both were quite tasty, though the sausage texture takes a bit of getting used to. Since I was in Dubai for the Expo 2020, I am a huge fan of tea with milk. Unfortunately, there is only powdered milk here, but here is a question for you. Do you prefer tea with or without milk? Let me know in the comments. Until then, good night. Alright, beautiful good morning everybody from approximately 39,000 feet above sea level. I slept quite well for 4 to 5 hours, I guess. I just, as you have already seen, I created my own bed with these 3 seats I had available here, which was absolutely perfect for me. However, the cabin crew switched on the cabin lights as they actually kicked off another service before landing, like a pre-landing service, where we get served a slice of pizza as well as a muffin and of course also some drinks. So nothing too special, but certainly unexpected for me because I thought that there would just be the breakfast service after we left Jeddah, but no, there is also a lunch service. So let's give it a try. As you can see, this slice of pizza is of course far away from being an authentic Neapolitan, but being honest, it also doesn't look too shabby. The pizza was accompanied by a chocolate muffin and the usual drinks, in my case water and orange juice. Same as for breakfast. And the pizza really didn't taste bad. I've had much worse on board other airlines, believe me. Hello from the center lavatory of today's Boeing 787. Let's maybe take 30 or 40 minutes to summarize how this flight was until now. Firstly, I got to say that the cabin crew is absolutely motivated and charming, and they seem to be on kind of a power trip today. Furthermore, the fact that today's flight is so empty was also more than amazing for me, as I was able to build my own bed in order to get some well-needed sleep. And the meal service was also certainly on the decent side, as I would say. But anyway, let's finally take a quick look through this lavatory. One positive thing to mention is that this lavatory is definitely on the clean side. In addition to a sensor-controlled faucet, you will also find facial tissues, hand soap, more hand cream and water bottles left behind by other passengers. The infant changing table is also a must. But now it's time to go back to my seat, which we will also now take a closer look at, as promised. The seats themselves come in a grey-beige color and are quite comfortable. They also have a flexible headrest, which I really wouldn't want to be without on long-haul flights in economy class. The legroom is seriously more than excellent, and universal power sockets, including a USB outlet, are also of course not missing. The seat pocket contains the safety card for today's Boeing 787-10 and an air sickness bag. And, just to mention it, there is no in-flight magazine, which I, being honest, don't really miss. On the passenger service unit above me, there are reading lamps and fresh air nozzles. The amenity kit mentioned at the beginning contains a sleeping mask, a pair of socks, a toothbrush set, and earplugs. I think it's cool that Saudia still distributes such amenity kits in economy class. And last but not least, we want to take a closer look at the IFE system. In addition to an interactive live map with all kinds of other information about the flight and its further course, it also offers a large selection of films and series. There should also be an option to view the current food menu. Unfortunately, this function didn't work on my flight. It's a shame. What does work, however, is the virtual duty-free catalog. Saudia even offers airplane models, which I obviously think is really cool. The Dreamliner model costs the equivalent of just under 20 euros. And after almost 7 hours of flight time, we finally started our descent towards Bangkok Suvarna Bhumi. And being honest, for me, the approaches towards Bangkok are simply extraordinary. I just love this city, with all its sights to discover, friendly people and above all good food. So my anticipation is simply indescribable every time. But now let's enjoy the short final and the landing.
Dear guests, welcome to Saudia Boeing International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand, where the local time is 30 minutes past 3 in the afternoon and the outside temperature is 33 degrees centigrade. We ask you to keep your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. On behalf of Saudia SkyTeam and our global partners, thank you for sharing your journey with us. We have enjoyed having you on board and hope to see you again. Please ensure to take your belongings with you before leaving the aircraft. Thank you and have a very pleasant day.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to today's seat and also today's cabin crew. As I already said in my last video, I tried out the business class shown here a few weeks after this flight. This video will certainly be online very soon, be surprised. In summary, I have to say that I really enjoyed this flight. Not only because of the row which I had to myself, but also because of the friendly cabin crew, the decent catering and above all the very reasonable flight price of around 300 euros for a multi-city booking Vienna, Bangkok, Bangkok, Frankfurt, even during the holiday season. So all in all, a thoroughly nice experience. So finally I can only say thank you guys for coming along to today's trip report. And also thanks to today's Saudi Arabian Airlines crew for making this amazing flight possible. As always, please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video to not miss any upcoming videos. And also give this video a like, etc, etc. I guess you guys know the procedure. Wishing you all the best, have a great day, and cheers.